Today, I want to talk about the issue of health in the context of the recent US presidential election, because for a lot of voters, that was a key issue. The liberal mainstream media focused so much of its attention on one singular issue, abortion, and for most voters, it wasn't an issue of great relevance. And health was a bigger issue because it affects ourselves, our children, our parents, the economy, our taxes, and the food we put on our table. It's a daily concern for a lot of people around the world. And in America, there really seems to be an epidemic of poor health, which is very much fueled by the food industry and the pharmaceutical industry working together in collusion with government. And this revolving door between industry and government is something that RFK Jr. has been very outspoken about wanting to tackle. And I know that if I was American, I would have voted for Trump because of RFK Jr. Because Team Harris did not mention health at all. And it really is, in my view, a much more important issue than anything that they were pushing. And that's not to say I don't care about other issues such as abortion rights, but every voter is free to prioritise what issue matters to them the most and what affects their daily lives the most. So today I'm in Hyde Park and I'm going to flip the camera around so you can walk with me. It's a beautiful, crisp winter's day in London, and for a second day in a row, which is really quite something in this country, we have blue skies. Yeah, I think the way the left has reacted to RFK Jr.'s MAHA, Make America Healthy Again campaign has been quite hilarious, because it's the hypocrisy of it to me, the hypocrisy of their stance, because I've always, throughout most of my life, it was the left that really was concerned about health and opposed to corruption in government and big business and the influence of big business and capitalism over politics. But they now seem to be the ones pushing to maintain the system we have currently of collusion between big business and particularly big food and big pharma with government and media to control the narrative and control what we put into our bodies. I just think it's ironic that the same people who are obsessed with diagnosing and medicalizing and medicating everybody are the same ones who are freaking out over RFK Jr. wanting to make our food healthier. They want their unhealthy food. I mean, for example, I saw a post recently trying to argue that Fruit Loops are not bad for you because they're sweetened with natural fruit juice. They really want their Fruit Loops. And I was talking yesterday about Blue Sky Social, the new sort of mock Twitter that is essentially a leftist echo chamber. It kind of groups together a whole section of society and really then allows them to be fed with whatever propaganda the deep state wants to feed them, without anybody being able to say, oh, hold on a minute, that's a bit fishy, that's not quite right, this isn't true, because there's no challenge to what they're being told. And so if it turns out that RFK Jr. manages to ban pharmaceutical adverts from television, like the rest of the world, we don't have pharma ads in UK or in Europe, in Canada. If they ban that, wonder what will happen. Will they all go onto Blue Sky? So we'll round up this group of people and pummel them with pharma ads and Fruit Loop ads. They want to keep it the same. They don't want change. I mean, there were even people going online and saying, how do we fluoridate our own water? because they were alarmed about RFK Jr. potentially removing the fluoride from their water. This is how asleep these people are. But yeah, they're gonna stay asleep, and they're gonna be perfect targets for these industries to keep exploiting them. I mean, look back to during the pandemic when they advertised that obesity is healthy. I'm not even kidding. You remember that? I think it was Teen Cosmopolitan cover where there was an obese model and it said, "This is healthy," when the data was showing that people who were obese were more likely to suffer from severe illness. Doesn't make sense, does it? It almost feels like we're being told two conflicting messages, and they've separated society into, for want of a better term, desirables and non-desirables. But ironically, it's not how it appears. You know, Hillary Clinton called the right deplorables, right? But if we take a step back, who are really the deplorables from the eyes of those in power? Yeah, the conspiratorial side of my brain looks at everything we've observed over the last 4 years and the narratives being fed to the left versus the narratives being fed to the right. One lot is being told about healthy lifestyles, exercise, diet, natural health, things that are good for us. And the other lot is being told that those are bad things, and the answer lies in meds. You don't need to exercise, you can eat whatever you want, be as obese as you want, all that is good. Body positivity. The only solution you need is meds, and we'll sell them to you. So I think America has shown the world that they see through this BS, and they want to reclaim their autonomy over their bodies and what they put into their bodies. And it's so ironic because this is the opposite message that liberal mainstream media is feeding people, that around bodily autonomy, my body, my choice. They've narrowed it down to this one singular issue, abortion, and that represents my body, my choice. But what about your choice to not be poisoned by industry, by corporations out to profit from our illness? So yeah, over the last few years, I've been toying constantly with the idea of ordering myself a MAGA hat. Not because I'm a Trump supporter, because I don't support presidents. A president is a president. His job is to serve the elite. So I don't support the left, I don't support the right. But over the last few years, the left kicked me out of their club. A club that I was never a member of in the first place because I didn't even sign up to it. But they declared me a far-right extremist for my unacceptable views on issues like what I'm discussing today. So I toyed with the idea of getting a MAGA hat just to walk around and see how people treat me. But I never quite had the nerve, because I also don't want to brand myself as a Trumpian, because I'm not. I think he's funny. He's really a good entertainer, and I'd rather listen to his speeches than Harris's. So I've never actually gone ahead and bought myself a MAGA hat. But a MAHA hat, Make America Healthy Again, I would totally rock. But the MAHA hat is actually every bit as triggering as the MAGA hat to a lot of people on the left, because they believe that RFK Jr. policies are gonna take them backwards, take away all their boosties and their food additives and their pesticides and their fluoride and all the things that they love so much that they think are making them so healthy. I mean, just look how healthy they are. So on that very positive note, I'm going to end this video here. So do leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on RFK Jr., MAGA, Maha, Blue Sky, anything I've talked about in this video. And give me a like, please. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my YouTube as well. It makes a huge difference. Thank you.